Welcome to Two Balls and a Mic, episode 58. We are here on one day after the anniversary of the first San Diego Loyal home game, the only home game that we are allowed with fans. And San Diego Loyal training camp begins this week. We're going to go ahead and get into that. We're going to talk about our own Community COVID Shield FIFA tournament. The seeding's been done. It's going to get exciting for everybody involved. We're also going to go ahead and get into Champions League. We didn't go over it last week. We're going to go ahead and talk all about it this week. Bayern over Lazio, Chelsea over Atletico. I told everybody Manchester City still dominating in the Champions League. Juve, can they come back? Real Madrid was all right. And then we're also going to talk about Barcelona, I don't know. Up, down, Sevilla, PSG, moving into Paris next tomorrow. We're going to talk about that. Premier League, Manchester is
red, baby.
Manchester is red. They are still in second place trailing, but they did win over Manchester City this weekend. We're still going to get into La Liga stuff. I mean, it's a soccer heavy episode. We do want to go ahead and I don't know if this is, it's breaking news. I don't know if you know our buddy Jeff Reuter, who joined us last week. Thank you, Jeff Reuter. We are already set to, have many karaoke nights when that's available to do. Yep. But he did lay last week, late last week, some important news during our podcast. If you didn't have a chance, go ahead and go back to that. I highly recommend it. Other than this breaking news, but here it is. People are going to be disappointed with this announcement. Obviously, I think we can confirm with you on air today that it's not happening this season.
Not this season.
Not this season. So we'll look over into next year and hopefully see you in training camp for that fifth spot. So that was obviously confirming that it's signed. Hashtag signed Sanchez is announced. Sanchez is not going to happen this year.
Oh man, what about me?
I gave it my all by doing absolutely nothing. I kind of do feel bad. There was people legit like, hey, are you gonna?
There were people excited about
Austin
it.
was asking about me that day in training camp. Like,
a lot of the locals are like,
you know what? I think that's gonna be the challenge for next year. If this is the second year of Loyal.
Why would you want to make the team worse?
I have a lot to bring to a team.
Come on,
a lot.
Tony.
Even if I was to get
We're better at podcasting. Come on.
I will say that I am not better at podcasting than I am a goalkeeper right now. So we'll just leave it out there. Thank you again to Drew from the locals joining us for the last episode.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of pretty much Loyal news that came down. We did talk to Jeff Reuter again about the schedule coming out, the divisions coming out, and what that's going to look like, the preseason schedule.
Yeah.
What do you think about those?
I'm excited. There's LA Galaxy, and then there's Sounders, who are MLS teams, which is great for a USL team to play against those type of level teams, like actual professionals, like D1, if you want to call it D1.
People aren't going to be happy with you saying actual professionals, but we know what you mean. You know what you mean. You know what we mean, guys.
You know, sensitive on me. Anyways, we're thinking Chicharito plays. That'd be fucking dope.
That'd be dope.
But in reality, we all know they're gonna play their youngsters, their second reserve team.
These folks are gonna play like the future Los Galaxy Los Dos.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's pretty dope. I mean, Loyal also did announce their first ever number 10.
El 10, yeah.
So they signed Alejandro Guido. So which is great
crazy.
News.
No, yeah, great signing. Pretty much. Let's see if I can do the flip up. There it is, pointing at the crest.
And it's a signing. It's not a loan. Like he's here to stay. For a little bit,
it's interesting seeing like the world of USL Twitter. Like it's a world I was never aware of, to be completely honest. But it's fun. It's like it's rogue.
Yep.
But Alejandro Guido, number 10. He
was a key player last season. SD Loyal struggled a lot in the front part of the field, scoring goals straight up. That's where they struggled until Guido and Robin came in. Guido, he's too dynamic. He's just has great vision. As long as he can stay healthy, that's my biggest worry. That's why he kind of didn't cut it out in Cholos, or like he would get hurt a lot. So if he manages to stay healthy, he manages to have fun like he did last season, we should be in good hands with him.
You know what they say? Having fun isn't hard when you got a library card. And Guido definitely has a library card. Do you know where that's from?
I do not.
It's from Arthur. The Aardvark.
I never watched Arthur. Sorry.
Great show. You know, there's an episode of Arthur when
I don't
there
really
was
care.
there was a soccer team, and then
yeah.
Muffy Crosswire's dad, who owned Crosswire Motors, was the coach, and the only way he knew how to coach was to talk about like the parts of a car. And so, you know, he sucked at coaching and they sucked ass in the beginning part. And then he would talk about, motor, and that would mean run faster type of thing. And then they ended up winning a game. It was great.
Just one game.
It's a feel good episode, dude. It's a PBS show, bro. Everybody gets a thing. Everybody gets a medal. Happy birthday to Landon Donovan. We were there last year. Belated birthday. We were there last year for his actual birthday, which was crazy. Because that day he was giving like happy birthdays or like saying hi to other kids and everything. He's now 26, right?
Now he's 27.
27.
Last year he said on the video, he said, I'm 26.
Ya está viejito, man.
Yeah.
But no, again, Guido in the midfield gives that identity that they were lacking in the first half of the season. They just couldn't, out of all the people that they signed, they were like, we had an abundance of players, that we had this and sure, but they just couldn't find that 10. They just couldn't find that movement in midfield. Everything else was there, and I think a lot of the foundation of San Diego Loyal remains there, with Charlie, with Jack.
Do you think there will be another signing? Or is that it?
Like, I mean, look, I'm not gonna lie when I say like I'm not too familiar with who exactly they would sign. I'm learning a lot of these people's names, great players coming in, and that's why we talked to, again, plug Jeff Ruder in there in the interview, because, you know, he did break down a little bit of the players that are incoming. I knew a little bit Corey because I was able to see him play, but, you know, Jack Blake I wasn't too familiar with. Nicky wasn't too familiar with either. So he gave a really good breakdown of all those players coming in for next season, talking about next season, last season. March 7th was there. A lot of good images coming out from there. It was crazy. Like that's where he met Danny Miller, who now works at as a social media guy. Shout out Danny. Still on tacos. But yeah, it's a whole year after the March 7th. March 7th was that inaugural match. Monday?
So what a great day.
It was a great day. I cannot tell you how great this day was. Everybody's been sharing all these memories and just views from it. Paul from Bridge Barcata and the locals. Again, like I said, you just had to be there. You just had to be there. And hopefully, you know, California's been saying now that 20% of stadiums are going to be able to return in person. So 6,000, 6,100, 20% of that, give or take, about 1,000 something. Look at us. How do you feel about that?
I'm excited, especially since we have season tickets, so they're not going to go to waste.
Yeah.
And we're going to be able to give some out to you guys. And hopefully other people that don't really watch soccer get to land some of our tickets and eventually fall in love with the game, which is all we want, really.
Yeah, 100%. And then, again, if you're not pumped yet, this is the video that dropped from San Diego Loyal with Landon.
As a club, this year, I think you guys have seen how we've positioned ourselves in the off season. We're about winning. Period. End of story. I always, in my career, didn't focus on winning. I focus on the process. The winning takes care of itself. But I don't want to make any mistake. Like, we're here to win. We're not here to make the playoffs. We're not here to have a nice season. We're here to fucking win. Okay. So
Damn.
So we're here to fucking win. And
strong words, Landon. You know, I don't know how things like this were.
Landon, how can you drop an F-bomb on our show? Come on.
It's not even that. Like, I do think about that, obviously.
By the way, he's not 27. Like, he's 39.
Yes, hombrecito. Yeah. You can use him. But no, so that, I mean, that's the mantra going into this next season, 2021. It seems like everybody down at Loyal is absolutely prepared to just lay it all on the line and just go to war.
Win, bro.
They're here to win. I mean, the locals are ready. Everybody's ready. We're locals. Check out, shout out to the locals doing a lot of great stuff on their page, Bum TV and whatnot.
There's a lot of great stuff coming from that YouTube page, so definitely check it out, man. We might be coming out in a few things too.
I mean, we're always there in the comments with everybody down there who's that's a wonderful comment section, especially when Drew gets in there and just starts like verbally
I love when
moshing.
you see him reading it and you see him just laughing and you're like, I know what you just laughed at. But we have the community COVID shield coming up.
So we do have the community COVID shield, and I want to see. I mean, I'm gonna pull up. Here's how the magic happens because I didn't. Oh no, we have it on the Twitter. So on March 8th, which is this next Wednesday. Oh, madres, cannot be oversharing now. Mm-hmm. Because that would be tragic. Because there are some surprises that we have coming up. Maybe later on this week. I mean, we are slated to speak with Sean Kelly, statistician for San Diego Loyal, and something you've been watching is Formula One racing, the Drive to Survive documentary on Netflix. I finally got you to watch it.
Yeah, so far so
good. Do you
good.
appreciate now that it's an actual sport? I didn't think it was an actual sport, and I'll admit it.
I do appreciate all the fucking technicalities that there are. That one person fucks up, everyone fucks up. It's crazy how the communication from a person that lifts the front of the car,
yes,
to the freaking main guy talking to the driver. Everyone plays a huge role, and if you mess up on your role, you're not gonna win the race. Yeah,
and sometimes winning. It's not even about winning the race. Sometimes it's about just getting some points and putting your lowly.
I wonder with this thing though. I don't know if they'll explain in the show, but like the pit guys and all that, you obviously need to have great chemistry. Mm-hmm. So if one fucks up more than once, like, do they eventually just let him go and just bring someone new?
Yeah, bro. Like there's canteras, there's there's academies for this type of stuff. Like
that's crazy.
They're
how much do you think those guys make?
I mean,
like one of those pit guys.
Does a pit crew F1 make? Pretty sure Sean would know. So the crew chief per race.
10,000.
$10,000.
$1 million salary.
That's the crew chief. That's that's the serial guy that you're talking about.
Carriers. $270K a year.
Hey, bro, those are
fuck.
F1 is an expensive sport.
You're a professional at what you do, so it makes sense.
Exactly, and so
sense. You're part of a professional team. So the driver, obviously, the star.
Yeah,
but man. To make $270K to change tires, at a professional level, hey, man.
I'm down, right?
All for it.
But yeah, so community COVID shield.
Yeah,
we did have.
We got the round of 16 ready, guys.
We got the round of 16. The round of 16 is going to happen this Wednesday on our YouTube channel. We're probably going to try to do a YouTube live. But yeah, so these are the matchups with the teams. We have again Canada's hat, America's hat up in Canada, 90th minute podcast with Manchester United going up against 619
Canada's
Soccer
hat.
Here in the United States, San Diego,
and
Barcelona.
Then we have Bridgeport caught out with the mighty French team against UWS Weekly with one of the Manchester Uniteds, which we did not get to have.
I'm all right with that. Then we have Gabo over in Austin, Texas, with his Cholos Quintles going up against the Bamsland Pod. I went on the Bamsland Pod
you did.
earlier last week. I was on the Bamsland Pod. Shout out Mike Costa, Fletch, Nelson Raslaf, and then the computer somehow deleted itself, and the episode was lost. And this last episode, they made us do it. They made me do it again.
Oh no!
And I kind of played it off like it was the first time, but it was fun. Wow. The magic of radio and podcasting. So they have two Torontos. I don't know how two Torontos ended up in this tournament.
Back too.
Fairweather podcast was a little star because they are the only returning champions.
Are they able to play each other if they both win?
Sure. I mean, it's possible. It's possible.
On the same side of the brackets.
We have El Mas Vargas, chief, el jefe de prensas, for Cholos Quintles, the actual team, not like legitimately the actual team. Like this is the dude. Against us, Juan is representing us. He chose Inter. Speaking of Juan, I do believe we received a voicemail on the 2 balls and a mic line earlier today. So let's check it out.
First time caller Juan right here. I just want to go ahead and leave a message for Two Balls and a Mic. Just want to go ahead and say that all this is Manchester is red, baby! Pep Guardiola cannot handle Ole at the wheel!
Yes, sir.
And also, Inter United is going to bring the Community COVID Cup
Okay.
back home, baby! Romelu Lukaku and Ashley better than Angel Di Maria Young going to secure
Facts.
this shit.
Facts. I love it.
So,
Oh, I love that. Thank you, Juan.
fun fact about this phone call at some point, I heard that it cut off at somewhere because there was a
He left two
police officer.
voicemails. He left two voicemails. The first one he had to cut it off because the cop pulled up right up next to him.
And again, if you want to call the Two Balls and a Mic line, it's area code 619-289-7621. Feel free to go ahead and leave a voicemail. Call it. You never know. We might answer.
But yeah, Manchester's fucking red, and we're going to get to talk about it later. So.
Is red. We have Bayern Munich against Mexico with El 3 podcast. We just actually got some notifications. There's some shit talking. I love it. Danny from El 3 podcast. Wink, wink from Totti. I missed Totti. Yeah.
Totti.
Yeah, I missed that guy.
Francesco Totti.
Francesco Totti. You have Cesar getting into it with a Tecatito gif.
I love it. I love it. Love it. Love it.
Great
Love it.
interactions. JPabs saying let's go. I mean, it's going to be really, really fun. $50 gift card from Amazon. Ooh, sure,
Wow.
you can get yourself something nice from there.
Absolutely.
Anyway, just rounding it off. Next Gen podcast with the Sounders, who do play against San Diego Loyal. Loyal being represented by Weston. Get your tickets, season tickets by means of Mr. Weston Bray. Then you have Santiago Anton against JPabs, El Club America, disgusting, just scum of the earth team against Mexico and JPabs, and that rounds it off this Wednesday.
America got picked over Chivas, bro.
Yeah, no. So this Wednesday.
Huge car tent sale.
The giant used car tent sale at Qualcomm.
No more Qualcomm. Bum, bum, bum.
Fuck. That's sad.
That's great.
Anywho, so we're going to go ahead and talk about Champions League because we didn't get a chance to really go ahead and...
The champions.
You could keep going.
That was pretty fucking good. So we didn't get to go over the results last week or 2 weeks ago, which was the Bayern Munich over Lazio, Chelsea, Atletico, Man City, Gladbach, and then Madrid over Atalanta. So let's start out with Bayern Munich. He did win 4-1 over Lazio. Again, we kind of predicted this. They were easily gonna win. They've been struggling against some weaker teams, but not this time. They did win 4-1. I mean, they still had some reserve players, like 13 players, 17-year-olds starting.
I mean,
so,
El Morro which one? Jamal, right? Musiala. Like, I was like, who?
He's
and then they're
18.
like, and they were like, oh, this new kid.
So he was born in Germany, and then he plays for the English national team, which is crazy.
Interesting. There's I guess Sancho too, kind of like that. I mean, Sancho is just English born.
Yeah.
I don't know what his situation is.
I think he might still be able to pick. I don't know what the rules are. The rules are changed for that whole thing.
The rules used to be at least that like once you play an official FIFA match, sanctioned match, you're not allowed to play anywhere else.
I think they changed that from the other teams.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be able to do that. Once you choose, you choose.
Again,
I chose when I was a kid. I can't sing the national anthem. I like it. I respect it. But my national anthem is Mexican. I've done it. And that's my flag. I can't betray it.
Yeah, so Bayern is honestly too strong of a team. They're probably one of the clear favorites to win Champions League. I don't think they'll pull it off this year. I think they'll reach semifinals. If anything, maybe the final. But I don't think they're going to win it. I really don't think so.
But yeah, I mean... at least for Lazio, this is probably the end of the line for them.
Yeah, probably.
But, it's fun while it lasted, right, Immobile?
Yeah, Immobile,
he's trying.
Great form. He's
anyway,
one of the great strikers in Europe.
Let's get to what everybody's here for. The one that matters. The one that matters. Oh.
All right, Giroud is the most underrated striker in the last 2 decades, if I can say so. Or maybe the last decade. Like from 2010 to 2020.
Sure. I mean,
you'll watch a highlight reel of this guy, and you're gonna say he's the best fucking striker in the world. Like straight up, he scores nothing but freaking bangers.
Absolute bangers.
He just proved it in this Chelsea 1-0 win over Atletico. I mean, they called offsides, and then they realized that he was the defender, that kicked it. So thank you VAR for making sure
Look,
that mistake
I would have,
was
I guess.
canceled.
I guess.
I mean, come on. If VAR helps you, you appreciate it.
I guess I appreciate it or accept it is one thing, or just take it as it goes. But oh no.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for the actual Chilena video of Giroud.
La Chinelita?
Chinelita. Rest in peace. ¿Cómo se llama? El pinche payaso.
Oh,
Not Chespirito.
no mames.
¿Cómo se llama?
¿Cuál payaso, güey? No mames. ¿Qué payaso? ¿Tú? Ah, salió foto tuya. Oh,
Cepillín. Rest in peace, Cepillín, for those of you who are not familiar with it. Today.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace, Cepillín. But yeah, so I'm trying to find the alternate angle of this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful goal.
Anyways, I think you are. Are you showing it already?
Hopefully.
Okay. Are they watching this?
A champion.
Okay. I don't want to stay too quiet because of our listeners.
Definitely.
There we go. Play that shit. So look, that's Giroud right there. Look where he's going. He's still going in. Still going in. There's the ball. Boom. Bop. Not the greatest bicycle kick. Like as amazing, as impressive as Ronaldo's or Bale's against Liverpool or Juve.
Or people are like, Dele Alli was better. Nah.
Yeah, this is pretty nasty. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not.
Anyways, this was against Atletico at home, though. You gotta remember that Atletico's a freaking wall. Fortress. At home. So this 1-0 win is huge for them. If they're able to somehow pull it off at home, Chelsea will be advancing to quarterfinals.
Which is great news for my UCL wants to watch Mason Mount. Not wants to watch. There's a special card that for every.
Yeah, when he. Yeah.
At some point, it's my abandoned FIFA at this point. But yeah, Chelsea, they're in form. They are in form. They're playing good. Timo Werner is contributing. He's firing on not all cylinders, but it looks like he's doing
one today,
pretty good.
Which we'll get to later.
One again today. But yeah, that's definitely something that's fantastic news as far as for me, right?
And then we also had Man City over Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Wow.
And
yes,
by far Manchester City is the team with the most depth at this point in Europe. Mm-hmm. Even with injured players, some of their bench players are managing to step up and play at the top level that Guardiola wants. And I think they're the team to beat this year.
Yeah, no, and across the board, Manchester City's just strong altogether. They had up until today, ¿cuántos? Like 20 games in a row?
They had 21 games in the Premier League, I think, in the Premier League, or overall, like wins, or like without losing. Until they play Manchester United. But we're going to get to the Premier League in a little bit.
100%. So then we had Real Madrid struggling against Atalanta, even though Atalanta did have a man down. And it had to take a defender in Ferdinand Mendy, to come through and give Real Madrid the 1-0 over, somebody who they should be winning against.
Okay, so Atalanta's not a bad team that you can just say, they should walk all over them. No, they proved it. 10 players for most of the match, and they still managed to just lose 1-0. That's impressive as fuck. Again, they reached the semifinals last year. So they're not a really team. They're not that team that you can just walk all over. Again, Mandy's saving Real Madrid. I don't see Real Madrid doing anything if they advance. But I don't see anything Atalanta doing much either. So I guess just for the views of the Champions League, I would want Real Madrid to advance, honestly. And just because I guess they do have better players overall. And it would just piss off a lot of Barcelona fans as well.
Yeah, it really would. And both teams aren't doing that great in Barcelona, and Real Madrid, his play style is just not there. It's just weird.
It's weird seeing their lineups, dude. I'm used to seeing that solid Real Madrid that won the back-to-back Champions League, which was the same core of players.
But you're okay with it because you're like, oh, like it's not Real Madrid and Barcelona. It's not shouldn't be the goal. This is what you get.
Well, no. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm not complaining, but it's just a little weird seeing Real Madrid struggle like that, and it's the same for Barcelona. But again, I think Madrid's gonna be able to handle the pressure and advance to the quarterfinals. And now we have the second leg of the first set of round of 16, which is Juve. The first one is going to be Juve versus Porto.
So, shocking, I guess, to say the least. 2-1, Porto, last game.
Yeah, I mean, that mistake from the defender passing it back to the goalkeeper really messed them up early in the game. This is a chance for Mr. Champions League, a.k.a. Cristiano Ronaldo, a.k.a. the greatest of all time,
in Champions League,
step up like he always does in Champions League and put Juventus onto the quarterfinals. Will he do it, or is it that time for him to start stepping down and he's not going to be able to pull it off against Porto?
Look, even if he plays a minimal role, I think Ronaldo's still Ronaldo. But he'll pull it off. It's set up for him to be able to do this comeback and bring it back together.
What happens?
It's not impossible. What happens if he does nothing? I don't think anything happens.
What happens? Does he leave Juve? He's on. I think this is last year for that contract.
Sure. MLS. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. MLS. Back to United. As much as I hate it, it's like one of those things. It's like the romantic football soccer player fan in me is like, it just makes sense to have him go back to Manchester United. Like the storyline is set up for him to do that. As much as I would hate it, it won't happen.
Man is doing so good, so I don't know.
No, yeah, like it wouldn't happen.
His plan. It's something to talk about, but we'll see. We'll see. Let us know in the comments if you think Ronaldo can pull off the comeback against Porto.
The other game that is one goal difference is the 3-2 Dortmund and Sevilla, where Haaland just again in Champions League is torching it, mini Ronaldo.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure if he'll get to play this game since he did get injured over the weekend against Bayern Munich. It was a pretty nasty ankle injury. I haven't read any reports that he's out or that he's for sure not going to play. But if he does, then it's all on Dortmund to pretty much advance to the quarterfinals. They're up 3-2. If he doesn't, how good is Dortmund without him? Like in reality, like they're not doing that good in the league already. But how good is Dortmund without Haaland?
Haaland is a key player for the player at this point. There's no other focal point. I guess you have Thorgan Hazard playing well. Sancho still doing his thing, but without Haaland in the middle. Not even in the middle, just like in the middle of the field. He's everywhere. This kid just runs and just doesn't get tired. Yeah. But it's going to be very difficult for Dortmund to hold on to this 3-2, I feel. But you never know. Sevilla, again, has had a terrible week last week. They could even go into make it a terrible 2 weeks. But we'll see. I see. So what do we say? Juventus are they coming back?
I think so. I think Ronaldo.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo's pulling it off. Dortmund, Sevilla. I think.
If Haaland plays, then I think Dortmund can advance the quarterfinals.
I think even without Haaland, Dortmund can maybe pull it off. I think they can pull it off. Now, talking about pulling it off, they got him right where they want him. Right where they want him.
PSG versus Barcelona.
PSG, Barcelona.
Here's the thing. Barca's coming with some momentum. They just got hyped up because they did that remontada against Sevilla in the Copa del Rey. Now can they beat Osasuna over the weekend 2-0. Now it's a time to shine. Can they do a remontada against PSG? They've done it before. They've done it before. This one is
in Paris.
Less goals that they need. But can they do it? That is the biggest question this week. I don't think they will.
Kylian Mbappe is just destroying soccer balls everywhere.
I don't think Barca can do it.
Neymar, I believe, is coming back.
I think so, right?
Like Neymar is coming back, and so if Neymar siempre le trae ganas al Barcelona, he always wants to get that revenge in. So I think Paris just takes this one. Looks like do they take the foot off the gas though? Well, they just like
no, you can't. Crush. You can't underestimate Barcelona whatsoever. Again, they have Messi, who's along with Ronaldo, one of the greatest players on earth. Messi can just pull out some magic and score a fucking hat trick if he plays out of his goddamn mind. The same thing can go for Neymar and Mbappe though. If they want, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be a good game, but I don't think Barcelona will have enough to just beat 3-0 like PSG. Crush. Nice. If they do manage to come back, because I mean, right now they're in a good thing. They just got a new president who they wanted to get.
Messi stays. I
think Messi's gonna end up staying. Right now they're good. What happens to PSG if they lose this? Like, what happens to Pochettino? He just got there. Like PSG have that history of choking in round of 16 and quarterfinals. What if you're a fan of PSG, what do you do at this point? You win your league.
Do you know a PSG fan?
Huh?
Do you know a PSG fan?
Probably.
I know an Olympique Lyonnais fan, but like, así que digan like I'm a PSG fan. Like, no, I'm not a Neymar fan. I'm not a Mbappe fan. I guess.
I don't think I do. I don't think I know someone that had a PSG shirt, and they claimed they liked them back in high school, but not anymore.
Because you know, I wasn't even a fan when Ronaldinho was in there. Not that I wasn't a fan, I just wasn't aware of them.
Yeah, no.
But like when David Beckham, Zlatan went, like that's when it started. This dirty, filthy PSG money.
Again, what happens to PSG? Like, what else can they do? What else could they possibly do? Like
Mourinho
Oh.
is
Pochettino not the man for them then?
I don't know. Like I guess so? Like if it hasn't been Laurent Blanc, Tuchel, I mean, who else can you get?
I mean, I think Pochettino, you gotta give him a chance. You gotta give him at least a year.
Yeah, give him a chance.
At least one full season with them. But I think they'll be able to pull it off. And then you have Liverpool versus Leipzig.
Liverpool, who has been having an atrocious run of games.
3 straight losses.
They lost against Man City. They lost against Leicester. They lost against Everton. They lost. They won against Sheffield. They lost against Chelsea. You know, they did beat Red Bulls Leipzig. So, I mean, Red Bulls just isn't the same. Upamecano is just not into it anymore. He already knows going to Bayern. It's a defeated team at this point. 2-0. I'll say Liverpool. Liverpool's going to take this one.
I think so, too. I think they have completely given up on the Premier League, which, by the way, you can't fully do that because you have to qualify the Champions League still.
Yeah.
I think they're in 8th place. If they don't win the Champions League and they fail to qualify for Champions League on the league, that's bad. That's a failed season.
Yeah, it is.
That's you can question, is Klopp out?
Clippity cloppity out.
Would you not question his ability
I
as a
would.
coach after this season? Is Van Dijk that much of a freaking difference maker? To have a failed season?
I mean, yeah, look, that's what happened with Chelsea the year after the last
center back is that. Wow.
The last Premier League that Chelsea won the year after that they came back was one of the worst defended title defense seasons ever. And it was because Hazard was out most of it. And Hazard, but
Hazard's a goal scorer. Van Dijk is the reason you guys are not winning.
See, that's the thing. That's why Van Dijk is so good, and that's why he's such an anomaly. Like, yes, like it's crazy, but yes, he is that good as a center back and contributes so much.
Insane to hear.
Yeah, no, center back is a goalkeeper's best friend. Like if it's a
okay,
solid,
I get
solid,
it. You're getting scored on.
Solid.
What's the reasoning to not scoring goals though?
I mean, I don't know. It all starts. I mean, when you have centermen playing center back,
yeah,
that discombobulates everything. That discombobulates the formation. It is, it's just, I don't know. The team chemistry, the juju is off.
Thiago's definitely not fitting in.
By the way, Grey's Anatomy is fantastic. If you haven't seen Grey's Anatomy, well, you have, because I'm the only one that hasn't seen Grey's Anatomy. I'm in season 4.
What season do you guys think he'll stop, guys? What season did you guys give up? I stopped, I think, around season 12 or maybe 14.
Dr. Bailey is the GOAT. Don't say anything. Dr. Bailey is the GOAT. She's what's up.
But that's pretty much wraps it up for Champions League
for this week.
Which kind of run through that pretty quickly, which I love, honestly, because we gave our honest opinions on it, and I love it. But there's still more soccer to talk about.
Or insincere opinions. Yeah, so sorry, go on.
I mean, you guys know the number to call. Let us know what you guys think.
Phone number is area code 619-289-7621. I already memorized the first three numbers, 289.
289, got it.
7621.
So, we had the Manchester Derby.
The Derby. So the Derby. So it was a surprise to say the least. It was, and I'll say it because, look, what do you expect from a team that starts a game by being down 1-0?
Well, it was a penalty. What are you laughing at? You gotta show that now. Hulk shoulder push against Frank.
Sorry, this just came up, and so for our audio listeners, you have Hulk, the swollen Brazilian who cheated on his wife with his cousin. You knew that?
No, I didn't.
Isn't that crazy? Just absolutely just demolishing this dude, just pushing him off to the side, just saying, sit down. That's a foul, though. You extended the arm. You can't extend the arm. Anyway.
It's a little bit of foul, maybe.
Yeah, so Manchester is red, but it's pretty difficult coming up. Again, coming back from 1-0 after the 35th second.
I mean, don't cause a penalty that early.
Don't cause a penalty that. Okay.
I mean, as simple as that.
And then obviously Penaldo. Here we go.
Hey,
Penandez.
If you're gonna say Penandez, remember the time they used to call Ronaldo
Do
Penaldo?
not compare.
So all I'm saying is
compare.
that's a fucking compliment.
We're not.
That's a compliment. He keeps scoring the penalties.
Those.
It's not easy to score those penalties. Just ask Messi.
Messi just happens to suck against penalties.
Too bad.
And a lot of those penalties are actually against Petr Cech, who I don't blame. So,
Man U played great. They had great possession. Again, Henderson had a great game. Manchester City just didn't take advantage of their opportunities, and Manchester United did. Luke Shaw had a hell of a game, scored a great goal. Again, the competition from bringing in the other left back, what's his name?
Tejas.
Just kind of fire shot up, and that's what happens when you bring competition for your players.
Yeah.
Which is great. Again, Manchester is red. We're not going to win the title. That's all in City's hands. Yeah. They're way too far ahead in points.
It was still nice little moral victory.
It's still moral. Yeah, exactly. You always want to win a derby.
So, I mean, Ole apparently is like killing it so much in derbies, right? Like he's just the GOAT. I think he's the only manager to ever beat Man City in the 3 times that they played him.
Yeah, I mean, I think what do you have there?
So since Solskjaer became Manchester City manager, they've pretty much owned Manchester City. So going back to 2019, I guess actually no, the Man City won. What am I showing here?
You have the results. So from 2019, Man City won the first derby against for the Solskjaer. I don't know how to pronounce the last name.
Ole
Solskjaer.
Ole Gunnar. Let's just call him Ole Gunnar.
Ole. And then the next one they did win 2-1. Then they lost 3-1 the EFL. Then they won 1-0 the second leg, which is still got eliminated.
Yeah.
Then they won the Premier League again 2-0. Then they tied. Then they got eliminated again in the EFL. And then they won 2-0 on Sunday.
That's he has a good record. He has a good record against Man City. He's doing a pretty good job, I guess. He's doing all right, right?
He's doing what other coaches were not able to do.
Yeah.
Like he's bringing Manchester United together. He's making them relevant again, making them competitive again. And honestly, it feels great to not be the laughing stock of Europe anymore.
Yeah, I mean it's impressive what you guys are doing.
You can't say we're the laughing stock of Europe anymore.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. That's I guess Liverpool right now.
Liverpool,
But this
Tottenham.
stable, other than the Man City up top, is still crazy. Anything can happen. Here's Chelsea. Chelsea again, who is in form. People were you were saying, oh, Everton's gonna beat Chelsea. I'm like, no, like clearly.
I thought so.
Clearly, you guys haven't seen the form that Chelsea is in. They are in great form. They are 3 points behind. 3 points behind Leicester City in third place.
Kai Havertz had an excellent game for Chelsea.
Kai Havertz
is
the future.
He scored a goal, but it was a handball. He stopped it with the arm. And then he got that second penalty. He fouled on him.
Ese morro, like that kid is, he had COVID, and he was one of those people that got unfortunately very affected by COVID. But I'm just glad he's out there now, and you can tell Werner who had a birthday too, is happier playing. He's still playing on the wing. I guess that's what we're going with. So Chelsea's still doing great. West Ham is the team that's surprising everybody in 5th place. I think that's where you guys are going to stumble, because I said that there's still a chance for Chelsea to go up into 2nd place, not win it, but just 2nd place.
I don't think so. I think Man U's playing at a great level. So is West Ham, not going to lie. But it's going to be a great game to watch for sure. The one that you don't want to miss, one that Chelsea fans are going to have their eyes on for sure. But I have to disagree with you. I don't think Man U will lose against West Ham. It could happen. They do tend to lose against teams that they should be winning or beating. I can see both sides, but I do think I'm pretty confident that Man U is going to win. And again, we had Liverpool that lost again against Fulham.
Liverpool nomás no levanta. I mean, they just can't get it together. Unfortunately for Liverpool supporters, it's just not looking like it's going to get any better anytime soon. Maybe you guys can make the next round of the Champions League, but as far as like what's happening over at Liverpool, as we were saying right now, like it's worrying because you can't have such a monumental fall. But what I will say is they did have a lot of injuries, a lot of important injuries. But damn, like I still think he should go for the German. Jurgen Klopp should go for the German national team job.
Nah, that'd be pretty interesting to watch. And just real quick again, the Premier League table, we had Man City on top. Then we got Man U, then Leicester City, Chelsea, and then Liverpool all the way in 8th.
Here's an interesting stat.
What is it?
Only Maurizio Sarri, 12 games with Chelsea in and Frank Clark, 11 games with Nottingham Forest, have begun the Premier League management careers with a longer unbeaten run than Thomas Tuchel currently has. So he's played 9, won 6, drawn 3. He's on pace to do really well.
He's undefeated.
It hurts because Frank Lampard started the season and I don't know if the players gave up on him. I don't know if this is bad luck.
That's what I was going to ask you. Was getting rid of Lampard the right move and getting Tuchel?
Look,
So far, yes, right? So far, yes.
It just sucks to.
I get it. You love Lampard, but come on, you gotta be realistic. You want the best coach available for your team.
Yeah. Hopefully, he's still pulling the strings in the back. Just involved somehow. Pobrecito Frankie.
One of the coaches that's doing great is Gerrard with Rangers. I think they won the league already.
That bothers me.
Gerrard's actually killing it with Rangers. I think you could see them.
Something controversial would be like, I don't think Gerrard's a better manager than Lampard. I think if Lampard walked into Rangers, he can do a similar thing.
I don't know about that.
Replace Jurgen Klopp with Gerrard. There you go.
That's what a lot of Liverpools are looking forward to in the future. I've spoken to Liverpool fans, and some of them do want that.
Do they though?
Yeah, like they were excited. I mean, Gerrard's a club legend. You always want your club legends to end up coaching you. Just look at Madrid with Zidane. Man, you had Ryan Giggs for a little bit, and they were excited about that. And then you got Michael Carrick still helping out.
Damn.
And then look at Napoli, they got what's his name? Gattuso coaching. He's an Italian legend. You got him coaching now.
It's at Andrea Pirlo, right?
Andrea Pirlo is coaching Juve now too.
Maybe that's where they're sucking.
Maybe. You never know. You got to give these coaches a couple years to
You know,
get
there's,
experience.
you know what? There's a team that's actually really dope. You know, it's a former soccer legend. Thank you, giant muffler outside. I don't know if you heard of him. You know, I think you're missing it.
I'm missing it.
Yeah, it's just a really important club.
Barca?
Nope.
No. Man,
Think closer.
closer?
Yeah, closer to you. Former soccer legend or still soccer legend. One of the greatest players of all time in this country. Decided to be a manager.
Ah, cabrón.
Really?
Mexican League?
No, I mean he did play in the Mexican League for a little bit.
Landon, Donovan.
Of course, papi.
Okay.
Señor Landon
Okay.
Donovan.
Okay, yeah, there you go.
It's the biggest biggest story when it comes to the biggest. It's going to be the biggest success story moving from player to manager. You'll see.
All right, but moving on from the Premier League, we had the Madrid derby as well in Spain. Again, the Atletico was dominating, was winning, and minute 88, Benzema manages to tie it up, coming clutch for Real Madrid once more. Benzema,
Yeah.
Benzema has had to carry Real Madrid in their back for quite a while since Ronaldo left.
Yeah. And it's coming back and saving him.
It's cool to see him step up the way he did, though. You know, like he was comfortable with living with Ronaldo's shadow, and then he left, and they realized they were sucking ass. He said, "You know what? Okay, I gotta step up. I gotta show them what I really got." Showing a lot of French people what they're missing out on in the national team.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's ever going to play in the national team. Like he's banned
not
forever.
not after that
Banned forever.
whole chaos he had. But again, I mean, it's always fun to see a derby. And we had two this weekend.
And I mean, in terms of, I mean, you were talking La Liga, but I mean, I kind of group La Liga usually with like Copa del Rey stuff too. So it's like Sevilla and Barcelona were playing against each other. Sevilla got a comeback, came back up on. They came back up on them. But they played them twice in a couple of days apart. So they got taken apart each time.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show, like, if you figure out a team, there's just no way for you to there's no way to kind of counteract that and to defend that because they figured you out. They know how to score. They know how to score on you, and you know, destroyed their confidence going into this next Champions League phase. But again, gave that boost to Barcelona to maybe
what?
Come back against PSG.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I mean, that was a long pause.
Yeah, you all right?
No, are you all right? You're the one over here like,
there was a period of that sentence. There was a period at the end of that sentence.
I thought you were going to do a follow-up sentence.
All right, well, your turn.
My iPad just died. Anyways, I also wanted to talk about that. Yeah, remontada, obviously, from Barcelona over Sevilla.
Yeah.
Last minute goal from Barcelona to take it into extra time, and then out of all people, Braithwater or whatever.
Braithwaite.
Braithwater.
What the fuck?
Fucking dude, he's really your striker for Barcelona.
He
really?
is. He's your number 9 too.
Are you kidding
He's your
me?
number 9. Imagínate this Barcelona team with Suarez still in it.
He's the number 9.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is.
What the fuck? What the fuck? And then
Crazy.
you had Piqué scoring the tying goal after he had the whole chaos with Griezmann, and now he scores. Now he's like a hero of Barca again.
Trying to find the number.
Number 9, yeah, number 9.
Number 9.
God damn. That's such a disrespect to Suarez and to Eto'o and to every other striker that's
and to
worn
every
that
other number 9 worn for Barcelona. But Marc-Andre Ter Stegen had a great stop. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen also had a great stop in the other Sevilla game. So kind of goes to show, like, it's that just switched the momentum over into Barcelona's side, and they were able to do that comeback with Sevilla in the Copa del Rey. It's just fun being able to see that and the hope that it can happen against a bigger team like PSG, that Messi does have the magic that, man, Do you think? I don't think it's gonna happen. Anyway,
What's
and then
against PSG.
yeah, I don't think so. I know we keep coming back to it, but it's just
so,
I don't think so, man.
Let us know if you guys think Barca has. I mean, they have what it takes.
Yeah, just drop your thoughts on 2 balls in the mic line on area code 619.
268.
Nope, it's area code 619-289-7621. 7621.
Yeah, and then we're gonna keep going.
We're gonna give some tickets that way, so that's why we're pushing it. So some San Diego loyal tickets. They're
our 7th caller.
Maybe
Something like that. Some radio shit like that.
You're calling the 2 miles in a mic line.
And then we break the shit out of it and just give it to whoever we want.
You gotta tell us. You gotta answer the 10 trivia questions in 10 seconds. Ready?
Oh shit! Some Family Feud shit right now.
That's a 7 at 7 on Magic 92.5. Every single day, I answer those questions right in the seconds, in the time, and
What do you win?
$1,000 if you get them all right. 10 questions.
Have you gotten close?
I mean, every time I play, like in my car, not every time, but like most of the time, I get 10 out of 10.
How come you don't call?
It's a process where like you have to submit your number and then they call you, but I'm usually at work at 7.
So
Just-
what?
Hey, I take my job seriously, not like
It's not like your boss
others.
checks in.
Others.
It's not like your boss checks in.
Hey,
You right?
yikes.
Yikes! I'm off the clock.
You're fired.
Ah shit. Oh man. Anyways, Bundesliga. We had a big game in Germany as well. We had Bayern Munich against Borussia Dortmund, which was exciting to watch.
I'm violence, it's vine, something like that. I forget. What
Haaland, the Wonder Boy. The people are
the people's
comparing
champ.
him and Mbappe to the next Ronaldo and Messi rivalry, which could potentially happen if they stay healthy. And
What if they're in the same team in Real Madrid?
why Real Madrid? Why is it always Real Madrid?
Because like that's
no,
the move.
fuck that. No, I told you, not anymore.
Okay, where are they gonna play together?
Man, you.
Oh no, not anymore.
Not at Chelsea, that's for sure. Nobody wants to go there.
Oh really? So why are the reports saying that actually if
What
if it doesn't?
reports?
Here we go.
I want to see receipt. Haaland is not linked to Chelsea. Haaland tempted by Chelsea transfer for 2 reasons. There is no way he goes to Chelsea. You guys just signed Timo Werner.
Oh,
Are you guys gonna send Timo Werner to Dortmund?
who is now being used as the winger, and we still need somebody down in the middle. And if they're not convinced by Tammy
No
Abraham,
way.
they're gonna
There's
go ahead.
no way. He goes to Chelsea.
Imagine.
There is no way he
imagine.
goes to Chelsea. That's no way. Anyways, Haaland ended up scoring 2 early goals for Dortmund by the 9th minute, and then after that, everything went to shit for Dortmund. Robert Lewandowski, who's the greatest striker on earth still to this day, scored a pretty good tap in on the 26th minute pass from Sané. He literally just tapped it in on goal. Sané did everything. And then on the last minute of the first half, Coleman got a PK for Bayern, and then Lewandowski just went ahead and just tapped it in as well. Tapped it in.
Tap it in.
And then Haaland got hurt in the second half, ended up getting pulled out of the game. And for that, Dortmund couldn't do anything else anymore.
Tap it in.
Haaland is such a crucial part of that counterattack that without him, they just couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until the 88th minute that Bayern could manage to pull off a goal by Goretzka inside the box, kicked it right on the left corner of the goal.
I'm glad you say he kicked it, not like threw it. That would have been concerning.
No, of course no. You kick the ball into the net. That's how you play soccer.
Tap it in.
And then Lewandowski ended up finishing off with the hat trick. So, what else do you want from the greatest striker on earth, man? On one of the toughest games of your season.
I mean, that's exactly what you want from the greatest striker on earth, as we kept saying.
So your greatest striker on your team too.
Honorary
Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or winner for 2020, the spiritual Ballon d'Or winner of
Such
2020.
bullshit.
The spiritual winner,
God.
Robert Lewandowski. Oh, if I ever meet him, I'm telling him that, like, you are my spirit. You're my spirit Ballon d'Or winner.
If I ever meet him, I'll tell him, you're my 2020? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're my 2020 Ballon d'Or winner.
That's literally what I just said.
I'm going to say the same thing.
Oh, okay.
We're both going to say it together because we're going to interview him together.
The chances of you being in the room are much lower.
What?
Just saying.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Do you speak fluent German?
You don't.
As Volkswagen, das Wiener Schnitzel.
Volkswagen? Volkswagen?
As
Really?
Volkswagen, das Wiener Schnitzel.
As really?
Das gut.
What?
Das gut.
Das
Guten Tag. Bayern Munich.
Gladbach.
He's Polish, though. He speaks Polish. I mean, I'm sure he speaks German.
I'm pretty sure he speaks German.
Or English, too. Let's find out. Do you know what Robert Lewandowski sounds like?
So one of them has a funny ass voice. I forgot who was it. Lewandowski that has a funny ass voice.
Oh, let's find out.
I forgot who it was.
Just
that
like
has
a man voice.
But I'm growing up in the small city next
He speaks
to Warsaw,
English.
like
Perfect.
30 kilometers from Warsaw.
30 kilometers.
But this is my city.
There was a player I remember
my
once
whole
that had a
family live
funny
here,
ass voice.
friends live here,
forgot who it
and
was.
All the time when I come
Well,
back
it's
to
clearly
Warsaw,
not
I
Robert,
feel
because
very good
man,
also
Robert
because,
can just whisper in my
you know,
ear
if
all
you
day
are
long.
In
Here,
your
listen.
city 4, 5, 6 times in the year is
The
not
year.
too much. You
So
know,
the greatest
it's too much.
striker in the world sounds like.
What are other players who you don't know, like famous players who you don't know what they sound like?
Players?
Yeah,
Mm,
it's interesting. Like people have hardly ever heard Messi actually talk.
yeah, that's true. I've never heard. You know what? I'm gonna go with Wayne Rooney's voice.
You've never heard Wayne
I
Rooney?
think I've heard him speak maybe a few times.
Oh no. Let's try something that's not like too popular.
Wayne Rooney as we go. Well, a piece of history tonight. 200 goals for Manchester United. What does that
Congratulations,
represent?
Wayne.
Yes, something I'm really proud of. Obviously,
Okay, yeah.
like to
That's
first
what I
of all to be
expected,
playing.
yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard it, but I hadn't heard it in a while. You know, you forget what people sound like. Close people from your life.
Close people like Wayne over there.
Yep. Special place in my heart.
But it's weird when you hear like, oh, here you go. I know one.
Which one?
Ivan Rakitic, who recently got interviewed. I don't know if you saw.
I've never heard him speak, I think.
He just got interviewed for Sevilla
Oh, no.
and was talking about Messi, about what he told him on the field when they met up against, because they've been playing with Sevilla.
Mm-hmm.
Tiene el mismo pensamiento, ya vas sobrado, no, ya no hay problema ninguno, ¿sabes? Y eso era muy importante y por eso digo, la importancia de Manzano para mí ha sido muy, muy, muy importante.
Anyway, long story short, in this great Spanish, in this Español Catalan, and he's Croatian, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, like I talk shit to Messi on the field. I was like, yeah, you've won so much, Lionel. Like you've done so much in this and that. But there's one thing that you're never gonna win
The
that
World
I've
Cup.
won. They didn't win the World Cup.
No.
And he's like, the Europa League.
Oh, shit. Damn.
But yeah. So
Imagine if he would have won the World Cup, though, against France. Damn.
that would, fuck.
Damn.
Fighting words. Messi would have just
Fuck.
dropped him
Straight up.
right then and there.
That's a funny joke.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I mean, pretty heavy episode in soccer.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Really no point in talking football right now. Maybe we'll do a 0.5 episode.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. We do have the Community COVID Shield, the first round of 16 on our YouTube channel. So come hang out with us. We're going to do it live. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to go ahead and thank our sponsors. Thank you to Tacos El Vaquero on, I know that's the one you were going to say, on
3rd Avenue.
3rd Avenue, right in front of Three Punks Ale, Tacos El Vaquero. Then we also have Fierce Beats. Everybody keeps commenting and saying how good the speed is, and
Yep.
it's fantastic. I love it. Shout out to Fierce Beats. And we also going to go ahead and thank PB European and Imports, our boys over at San Diego Internacional, UPSL team, who had the whole season that were sat because of California regulations, couldn't participate this tournament, but they'll get back out there. Shout out Coach Alex over there, PB European and Imports mechanic.
Your motor's fixed by him, guys.
Yeah, no, good guy.
Yep.
But definitely thank you guys for joining us. Community COVID Shield, dropping interviews later this week with San Diego loyal people.
Later, guys.